2 weeks ago, I'm outside my office. My assistant comes up and says, Suge Knight wants to speak to you from jail. I said, who? He said, Suge Knight. The Suge? Yes. Gotta be kidding.
Big news, everyone. Suge Knight, the mastermind behind Death Row Records, is finally opening up about some serious secrets involving Diddy. That's right. Sean Combs, also known as Puff Daddy or Diddy, is at the center of some bold claims. Suge is suggesting there are hidden tunnels and some shady things going on in Diddy's world. Rumors have been floating around for years, but now Suge is ready to reveal it all. This could get messy. What are these secret tunnels for, and what has Diddy really been up to? The stakes are high, and this could be explosive. Get ready for some major bombshells. It's going to have everyone talking. So grab your popcorn and buckle up for the drama.
Diddy at a level of being untouchable where he's protected, or is Diddy a target that they'll eventually put all the blame on him and make sure they get away with it free?
I mean, he's definitely going to be the black motherfucker holding the bag. Because you gotta realize one thing. That boy life is dangerous. His life isn't, and he's just not dangerous with the shit they said he was doing, but he's in danger. He know too much. One thing you gotta realize is he probably having a conversation right now with the higher ups and everybody else to figure out how it's gonna work itself out, because he know all the secrets, and if he get to run his mouth, it could be a bad look. I look at it like the most important thing is the industry need to be built over. You have all these executives because somebody was their father, their grandfather, or all these type of stuff, and they don't give people the opportunity to grow and learn. I know when I first started in this business, it wasn't a machine. I had to be the machine. I had to figure out how to get my songs on the radio, because at that time they was getting 5% and they got 10%. They was popping champagne bottles. I went from 95% of the songs you hear on the radio was my songs into 97%. So you had to really do all this thing and really do the work. And once the work was known that it could be done, and I was generating the type of money for the people I was involved.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They wanted to be hip hop, because the difference was that Michael Jackson was spending, say, $75 million, $50 million before he sell one record. They give him $75 to $50 million advance. He might spend $50 million, or he might spend $100 million to make his album, and $5 million on video. I was spending $50,000 to make an album. I was spending $50,000 on the video. I was spending $150,000 to promote it. So, and if I sell 3 million records, and Michael Jackson said 3 million records, or if he sells 10 million records, I'm gonna make more money.
That's right.
Off my projects than his projects, because I'm spending less money.
Right.
Because I was the machine. So once they realized I was the machine and they can have a machine like that, the majors wanted what I started, they wanted my artists. But when they took my artists and they got control of the industry, everything went from $50,000 to make an album to fucking $5 million to make an album. Until these guys having all these dancers and all this extra shit, all the surgeries and all the extra shit, right? So in the end, they blew hip hop out the water so much that they were going to start cheating for everybody to eat. So you had an artist, and the only thing they had to do with the machine is show up. Show up for the interview, show up for the photo session, show up for the studio, show up for the video. Now that's being taken away because all these people been using all these artists. And at the end of the day, the artists end up broke. Or now you have different Spotify stuff, or Apple, or different ones, right? The strings. Who is making the count or policing the strings? So how you know they're not saying, I got 5 strings and you got 1?
Right.
Or however it may be. Nobody have no way of knowing that. So now the artist can't have that machine to be certified cash anymore for what's making money. So they all going crazy. So now everybody's telling on everybody. Everybody drinking more. Everybody doing more powder. Everybody doing those little sick little moves of guys waking up with their butt sore, that type of shit. Or the girls waking up, they don't know what is that. So everybody's stressed the fuck out because the machine is over. So now they just need to rebuild and put decent people in the industry.
Suge Knight is claiming Diddy has a secret network of underground tunnels allegedly used for shady activities. Suge paints a picture of a hidden world Diddy controls, sparking questions about what's really going on beneath the surface. Is Diddy hiding something, or is this just another wild rumor? Suge's reputation for stirring the pot makes it hard to know if we can trust his story, but if there's truth to it, this could be one of the biggest celebrity scandals in years. Whether real or exaggerated, it's got everyone talking.
A photo from the late 70s allegedly showing an excavation in progress beneath the mansion. And this one shows the newly discovered tunnel plans. Check out the bunny logo on the plywood wall.
The second time I met Oprah was at the Playboy Mansion. There's tunnels under the Playboy Mansion that lead to celebrities' homes. All kind of celebrities' homes.
Says real quick, John Hilton says human trafficking is the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of people through force, deception, fraud, coercion, false premises, or etc. to obtain labor, sex, etc. Well, trafficking itself has a lot to do with state lines. So I don't know if they're literally the same, or because state lines, because I wasn't in a drug game where I was trafficking cocaine, but a lot of my friends was trafficking cocaine back when I was young. I wasn't doing that, but I had friends that were trafficking cocaine.
You and Jack Nicholson had your own secret passageway into the Playboy Mansion.
Okay, so the Playboy Mansion is literally walking distance from P. Diddy's house. So I got to say that the Playboy Mansion is walking distance from P. Diddy's house, right? Why does anybody care? Because the Playboy Mansion already had tunnels that ran under the Playboy Mansion to about 5 different people's houses or more. That's, Jack Nicholson is one of the houses. Okay. So the reason why this is so significant is because the feds or the Homeland Security found those tunnels under P. Diddy's house. And this is a possibility of why P. Diddy chose to buy that particular house, because it already had underground tunnels. So why did Homeland Security raid this man's house? It's simple, because there's human trafficking or sex trafficking, something going on, and all of this came from a couple people. Cassie was with P. Diddy for 10 years, something like 10 years, right? So she knew all of the secrets. She knows where all of the dead bodies, and I don't mean that I mean that literally, all of the dead. She knows where all the dead bodies are, okay? Because there are dead people that are connected to P. Diddy. So I'm not just saying dead bodies just to say it. I'm being real.
So I actually, like, every time I walk past his house, and obviously the Playboy Mansion's right there, and we know about the tunnels that connect from.
Okay, so he said the Playboy Mansion is right around the corner.
The Playboy Mansion.
And then he says tunnels are up under the Playboy Mansion. Here?
I'm sure they can.
So I think I remember seeing a date on something. So let me see. All right, so for those who can't see this, this is saying the Playboy Mansion. Damn, I got a banner that is in front of the top. So I can't read the exact top. Y'all can read it, but because it's something that I have a YouTube banner that's blocking it. Diddy purchased a massive house near the Playboy Mansion in exclusive neighborhood. So I think I got a date in here somewhere.
The big question is whether we can trust Suge Knight's word. He's known for stirring up drama and making bold claims, so we need to take his allegations with a grain of salt. But we also can't ignore the fact that Suge was once a major player in the music industry with insider knowledge most don't have. So why is he bringing these claims about Diddy's secret tunnels now? Is it a vendetta or is he seeking attention? Suge's history is full of controversy, from his ties to the deaths of Tupac and Biggie to his legal troubles and celebrity feuds. His accusations might raise eyebrows, but rumors about Diddy's shady dealings aren't new. The streets have whispered about underground parties and secret societies in Diddy's world for years.
Everybody been talking about the Puffy situation. First, I'd like to pray for his family, his daughters and his sons, his kids, basically. That's never a good sign for nobody to cheer about when it comes to kids or, being handcuffed. It's a bad day for hip-hop, for the culture, for black people. Because when one looks bad, we all look bad. Because that's definitely not nothing to cheer about. But I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets, who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So, they're going to get you if they can. It's never a good luck when it comes to culture of hip-hop and for our community, our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you got to face the music. That's most of the time. Puffy, I'm going to give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You got to make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're going to be standing up pissing or squatting, sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one. Because, if you're squatting, pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh, yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Jumbo family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up. We ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.
What happens if Diddy threatens them and says, if you do anything to me and I release this to the world, you're going to lose billions of dollars?
No. You guys being fooled. The best talent we have in the industry right now is some of the talent you guys never heard. There's a lot of guys all around the world. It's the world's best kept secret when it comes to music. People are starting to use their friends or artists who play those games. Basically, they on the level because they did everything that these people wanted them to do. They sold. And we all joke about it, but they always had a conversation about it, and I always say the same thing. I always say, well, you had Illuminati, and then they have the Masons. The Masons believe in God. Illuminati believe in the devil. Illuminati's in Germany, Russia, whatever, they believe on men. They don't mean they part of the gay community. They mean they just overpower each other. And it might sound crazy, but at the end of the day, that's why there's no great talent. There's a lot of great talent out there, but some of the best talent is not having the opportunity to get in the door because the people with the secret society is messing around with each other and messing with people's heads. And then when you, like I said, a person like myself, I'm the only guy in this business, or especially a black guy. You see why I started my company. from either a check from Solar or Epic or Priority. These are real companies. Or Time Warner or Interscope, right? That publishing money, different stuff. That's how I started my company. Then you can have Rap-A-Lot do a whole book. Lil J. Prince will do a book, and this be his words. I started my company with drug money. If it's Murder Inc., they can say that. If it's Cash Money, they can say that. So they say. If it's, what's the other dude? He ain't that popular. No Limit. No Limit can let it be known every penny he got came from drug money. And the list could go on. Ruthless. Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
That Bible started with the drug money, and they even missed it. And Obama gets his supply and his crime out as a favor. So look at this. All these people say that's how they was started, and that's how they built it. But I'm the one they take to the ringer. And I didn't start my company with drug money. That was started with what I just said. Even when they came after me, they committed fraud, bankruptcy fraud, RICO, everything you can think of. But since it was a machine that would get an artist before anyone else, they had to get me out the way. Not only will I get an artist from anyone else, I can take your artist and make him a star, a superstar that you couldn't do. A lot of guys get artists and bring their career down. I got the artist and made their career the best. Same way I did with Tupac. And
could Suge be telling the truth? It's possible. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and with Diddy's wealth and influence, it wouldn't be shocking if he had some skeletons hidden away. But we can't forget, Suge Knight has his own agenda. He's got reasons for speaking up now, and we can't just take everything he says as fact. It's crucial to step back and see the full picture as this situation plays out. The real question is, how will Diddy respond? Will he fight back hard and deny everything, or will he try to quietly let it fade away? Either way, Suge's claims have kicked up a storm of speculation. The industry is buzzing with talk of underground tunnels and shady dealings, and everyone's waiting to see if this could be the scandal that topples Diddy, or if he'll weather this storm like so many before.
Tupac stood for a smart young man, a gifted young man, and wanted to save the world. Eventually, it cost him his life. Eventually, you'll have guys who will speak about Tupac who never met him. They said it was with Death Row, never were there. Or they might have been security for Death Row, or the car wash from Death Row. They never met Pac, and they would say the most negative things about Tupac. They have to tell Tupac stories. It's all designed to make these people feel they're the ones who's working for the industry who keep having the same old talent. A lot of people doing the same old songs, same old ass artists. It's like warm soup all over again. These opportunities to these younger generations who really are the best, who got the guy get talent. That's what we're missing in the industry. And fire all those old heads part of the secret society. You got executives making more money than any artist or any label right now. You got Taylor Swift is popular, way popular. But you have an artist or executive at Interscope or Universal or any of these places, right? Why do they got more security than Taylor Swift? She on tour busting her ass, and they making just as much money as Taylor Swift and got more security than Taylor Swift. That seems like something wrong with that picture.
Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. On several occasions, Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones's cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. Now, Jones says that those videos show drugs like ecstasy and cocaine, the displaying of unregistered firearms, Combs spiking drinks for minors and sex workers, Combs' son Christian drugging and sexually assaulting a woman, and even a famous actor sexually harassing and assaulting Jones. Now, Jones alleged numerous events in these papers. For example, Jones, who identifies as a heterosexual Christian man, claims that Combs repeatedly and intentionally groped his private parts without his consent, that this happened in LA, New York, Florida, the Virgin Islands, and that Combs also continually forced Jones to be in his presence while he was naked and showered. So with that, Jones is suing Combs for a claim of sexual assault and harassment. Jones says that this resulted in severe emotional distress and anxiety. And as we go through some of these claims, keep in mind what he alleged that he suffered as a result of Combs' action. This is the injury or harm element that you need for the purposes of damages. What happened to you? What did you suffer? Meaning, what could Jones recover? Let's keep that in mind. But Jones claims that Combs attempted to groom him into homosexual sex. And one of the ways that Jones says Combs tried to do that was by using producer Stephen Aaron Jordan, who Jones apparently looked up to. Combs allegedly showed Jones a video of Jordan engaging in a sex act with another man as a way to, quote, ease his anxiety concerning homosexuality. And included in this complaint are alleged screenshots of that purported video. By the way, Jones alleges that Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his various homes and that he has secret recordings of celebrities and associates, this compromising footage of every person that has attended his parties, which, by the way, from a legal point of view, would be a violation of civil privacy laws and criminal privacy laws, perhaps even implicate revenge porn type statutes. Anyway, continuing on with this alleged grooming campaign, Combs even allegedly admitted that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with, quote, an unidentified Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, as well as, quote, an R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl. Now, there are those who have speculated online that that Philly rapper is Meek Mill, and the R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl could be Usher.
Was working with the FBI. And around this time when you found out that Diddy, he was an informant, you said that, you know, Diddy, he told the feds that Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, and Jay Prince was trying to make a company together?
Well, what happened is that Suge Knight was trying to meet up with Dame Dash, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince,
If the rumors about Diddy's secret tunnels hold any weight, this could spell serious trouble for him. His empire might come crashing down faster than anyone could imagine. And if there's any truth to Suge's claims, Diddy could face lawsuits, investigations, or even criminal charges. Authorities would jump all over that. But even if Diddy dodges the legal side, public opinion is a whole different beast. Fans are already giving him the side eye, and his enemies are surely circling like vultures. So now the spotlight's on Diddy. Is he going to come out swinging, trying to bury Suge's credibility? Or is he going to lay low and hope this all blows over?
And I can even tell he don't really want to. He hates Puffy and Snoop. If it was Snoop, he might be in trouble. But he don't have that much hate for Puff. He don't have that much hate for Puff. He just knew. We always knew. I've been telling y'all that whole Bad Boy count was some weird gay motherfuckers. Y'all just didn't want to listen and believe it. Y'all listen to Biggie lyrics. Biggie been telling y'all how he been in his lyrics. I showed y'all a picture with him and a little 13-year-old girl sitting on his lap smoking marijuana, talking about they used to have to wipe their feet on Death Row t-shirts or something like that before they walked in a house and stuff like that. Yeah, I got Lil C's and our girl Lil Kim talking about how they used to do the butterfly dance, how they used to get naked in front of each other and be dancing and shit. Birds of a feather flocks together, right? Ain't that the term my grandma used to use? And so, I've been telling y'all, so Suge know that they weird and weirdos, so he ain't gonna beat up on them too much. That's your float, that's what floats your boat, that's how it goes. And so, y'all know I talk shit about gays, but everybody ain't no homophobic gay basher like I am. You know, Suge had a lot of that worked for him, so I can tell y'all he's not one. And yeah, my opinion.
Back now with our new reporting on those federal raids in the homes of Sean Diddy Combs and what was found inside. As we get late word, the music mogul's attorney is firing back. Steve Patterson is with us. Steve, what are we learning?
Lester, those sweeping federal raids, all part of what a source familiar tells NBC News is a Homeland Security investigation centered on alleged sex trafficking. Multiple law enforcement sources say tonight guns were seized at both properties during the raid. And as it was unfolding, law enforcement sources say a known Diddy associate, 25-year-old Brendan Paul, was being arrested in a civil lawsuit that alleges Combs operated a criminal enterprise. An attorney accuses Paul of being a mule for Combs' drugs and guns. NBC has been unable to reach Paul, but late today, Combs' attorney called the raids an unprecedented ambush and said Mr. Combs cooperated with authorities and that his client is innocent and will clear his name. Lester?
But linking all these tragedies, linking them to you, the death of Notorious B.I.G., I guess on paper would make more sense, given what he was wrapping up sales on the East Coast.
I mean,
when Biggie left.
One of the things about Biggie, I'm not one of these netterizers. I think he was talented and he's great.
Did you hate Biggie?
Never one bit. See, one thing you got to realize, follow my pattern. I'm a businessman. I figure if in a year or two, Biggie would have been a death row artist because that's how talented he was. And I would have pursued him as an artist because I felt I could have gave him a bigger deal. And I wouldn't have been in his videos. So I think he was an incredible artist. Just think, Tupac and Biggie, it never was no real feud. They might have had words before, but I know I could have molded them back to...
Suspects or motive in the murder of rapper and actor Tupac Shakur, who died last Friday the 13th after being gunned down in a drive-by following the Mike Tyson-Bruce Seldon boxing match September 7th. Meanwhile, on Thursday night in Los Angeles, we spoke with Marion Suge Knight, head of Tupac's label Death Row Records, and the man who was driving the car sitting right next to Tupac when he was shot. Knight, who himself was grazed in the head by a bullet, was prevented by his lawyers from addressing the shooting itself. But here, for the first time on television, he speaks publicly about its aftermath.
How are you feeling and how are you doing physically?
I feel like this. I feel that the last word is always God. But Pac saved my life. The reason why I say Pac saved my life, I got shot in the head, got grazed some other places, but I still got the bullet in my head. It's still there. But for as trying to get him to the hospital, didn't make me